Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, let's do a walk around and tour of the 2023 Honda HR-V Sport. The Honda HR-V is Honda's subcompact SUV, and now in its second generation, which made its debut in 2022 for the 2023 model year. It does give off a more premium look. Now, this one in particular is the Sport trim, which sits in the middle in the trim lineup for the HR-V and consists not only of the LX base model, but you also have the Sport, EX, and EXL. The Sport trim is going to give you things such as cloth seating, 18-inch wheels, and of course, kind of a sportier athletic profile, as you can see on the exterior. With that being said, though, a huge thank you to Brandon Thomas Mitsubishi, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see on the key, it's going to be your traditional Honda key fob, and it does have a little bit of a weight to it. You have all your usual buttons here on this side, followed by the Honda emblem on the other side. You're going to have your lock, unlock, your trunk release, remote start, and your panic alarm. To remote start the vehicle is make sure the vehicle is locked, and push down and hold the remote start button, and the engine will start right up. When you're finished, let's go ahead and push and hold the remote start button again, and it'll shut itself off from there. Starting off here in the front of the vehicle, as you can see, it's going to kind of give a more aggressive look to the front, which makes sense. And as you can see, this one here being the Sport trim, you are going to be getting some black accenting here, specifically with the grille being blacked out. You have your Honda emblem right there, and when you pan out a little bit, it's just going to be a standard front end here, as you would find on any other Honda product. Now, with that being said, you do have your standard LED daytime running lights with your LED projector headlamps. Checking out wheels and tires on this one, we're taking a look at a set of Advanta SV-T01 tires on 18-inch wheels. These measure 225, 55 R18s all the way around. Coming over to the door, this vehicle does have a smart key access system on for easy access to the exterior as well as the interior. By having the key fob in your pocket, just go to the door handle, there's a touchscreen inside. You put your hand in, and one beep will indicate unlocking, allowing you to jump on inside. And when you're finished, close it up, tap the button here, and another beep will indicate that the vehicle is indeed locked. The exterior color of this one is finished off in platinum white pearl, with the Sport gray cloth interior with orange accenting, letting you know that you have the Sport trim level. Come over to the door panel, so you can see we're going to have some hard touch plastic material on top. However, you do have some softer material down here at the bottom. You have an aluminum door handle here. You're going to have your controls for your mirrors, your power windows, power locks, as well as your child window lock. And down here, you do have a very small map pocket, followed by an area for a small cup holder. Along a smart key access system, the Honda HR-V does come standard with push-button ignition. By having the key fob in your pocket or within the vehicle itself, just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to go. Very nice. The Honda HR-V does come standard with a fully leather-wrapped, rack-and-pinion power steering wheel with controls on the left as well as on the right sides. Left side's going to have your seat track, your volume controls, your source button, hands-free voice, as well as your home button right here. This little scroll knob is going to be for that instrument cluster infotainment area right there, as we'll go through in just a moment. On the right side, you're going to have your cruise control settings. You're going to have your lane departure, as well as your forward collision warning system button. Coming up here, we're taking a look at a fully digital instrument cluster. As you can see here, well, it's more of a mix between analog and digital, but it does look really, really nice. To the left, you're going to have your tachometer. To the right, you're going to have your speedometer. Right in the middle is going to be your driver information center, and that, of course, includes your current speed, drive mode selector, your exterior temperature, as well as this vehicle's odometer reading. We can change what's going on in this little area here of the gauge cluster via the steering wheel. And that, of course, is going to let us know that we have low fuel, but we are not going to be driving this vehicle today. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's see what's going on. We have our range. As you can see, we have 6 miles to empty, average fuel economy, as well as your trip A and trip B information. But you can also go to this, and it's going to have your range and fuel, speed and time, driver attention, all-wheel drive torque distribution, seat belts, maintenance, safety support, a blank page, brightness, settings, gauge display settings, any warnings, and back to your range and fuel information. Coming over here, we're taking a look at a 7-inch infotainment system, and that's because we are looking at the sport trim. This is going to be standard on the LX and EX. I believe if you go up to, the LX and the Sport, if you go up to the EX, I believe you'll be getting the larger 9-inch display, and the EXL will give you that 9-inch display as standard equipment. Now, as you can see, the 7-inch display is going to be easy to go through because you don't have a lot of information to really talk about. But as you can see here, we're taking a look at our audio systems and show us playing on our radio. You have your station presets down here. You have your text and scan controls right there in their appropriate places, and then everything else is going to be on the outside, which includes your volume knob and tuning knob. You also have your seat track, phone, radio, media, your connect right here, a back button, as well as your menu button. So starting things off here, we're going to be taking a look at our phone. That, of course, is where you'll be able to add a phone to the vehicle, or as you can see, it's going to search up a nearby phone that's connected to the vehicle, and it will connect to the vehicle for you. You have your radio, which is where we just started out with. Your media is going to allow you to connect your phone for Bluetooth audio and stuff of that nature. Connect right here is going to specifically focus on your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. You have a back button here, and then you have your menu button right there. Your menu is going to consist of things such as sound settings, Bluetooth settings, clock settings, smartphone settings, your RDS settings, display adjustment, followed by your touch panel sensitivity, your rear camera setting, cross-driver monitor, language, licensing, as well as a factory data reset. We're just going to go through a few of them here on the screen, and we're going to start off with our sound settings. That's going to give us a chance to go over and look at our bass and treble, our balance and fader, as well as our speed volume compensation. You do also have your clock settings here, which is going to allow you to adjust your time, as well as to turn on and off daylight savings time and all that stuff, as you can see there. You do have your smartphone settings, as you can see, for your Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto. You do have your display adjustment here, which is going to allow you to adjust things such as your brightness, contrast, and black level. You have a day mode, a night mode, or you can turn the display completely off. And then that's pretty much it as far as that is concerned. It's a basic system. It's not going to give you kind of a comprehensive list of everything on here versus what you would get on like the EXL and specifically the EX as well. So overall, not too bad, but it's very easy and simple to use. And so that's going to wrap it up here for the infotainment system tour in the Honda HR-V Sport. But before we move on, this vehicle does of course come standard with a CVT transmission. Put the vehicle into reverse, you do get this nice backup camera with guidance lines, and they do adjust as you turn the wheel. You also do have other camera angles, which includes a widescreen view, as you can see there, as well as a top-down view. And sorry if the camera is doing that, it's just the phone that's recording the video. That's not how the camera actually looks in the vehicle. With that said, coming down here, we do have our air vents, which are super cool because you can adjust them like this here, as you can see, any different way, any different position. And again, I just like the way that this is put together. It looks very, very cool. You have your hazard light button here. Coming down here, we do have a climate control function, which includes our dual zone setup here, our fan speed knob right here, heated seats for the front passenger, front and rear defrost, AC button right here, recycling, and that's pretty much it. Coming down below that, you have an area where you can put your phone, where it's being charged via a USB port, as you can see. You have 2 cup holders. You have your CVT transmission. Coming down here, you do have your drive mode selector, hill descent control, electronic parking brake, and your brake hold. Coming down to your drive mode selector, we'll go over to this gauge over here, and that's going to show us things such as our eco, snow mode, normal mode, and that is it. And then making our way over to our glove compartment. While it is small, you do have a decent amount of storage space inside, and it's not too bad. Now, just as I've talked about in other Honda videos that have the sport trim, you are going to be getting a premium cloth material finish, which is very nice. I do like the accents coming down the middle here, which does add on a bit of a unique look to the interior. And also, you do have that orange stitching coming along the sides, as it is standard on the sport trim levels. Overall, it does look nice, and it is very comfortable. Coming over here to your glove box, as you can see, It's dampened. You have a good amount of storage space and stuff of that nature. You even have your books and stuff in there. You're going to have some soft touch material here. And then on top of here, you do have your hard touch plastic. You do have your mirror right here. You do have controls for your overhead lights, as you can see there. You do have your visor here with a mirror, as well as a light. And as we make our way over here to the left, we do have our traction control off switch here. And so with that being said, the Honda HR-V, while it is more of a basic vehicle in this trim level, you are going to be getting a good amount of features and stuff of that nature inside. So with that said, let's go ahead and continue the tour of Honda subcompact SUV. Coming into the back of the Honda HR-V, materials do fall through in this one, as you can see. You do have one seat pocket behind the front passenger seat. You do have a little bit of storage space up here. And that is pretty much it as far as that is concerned. Now, I believe there should be a strap here where you can actually put a cup holder, but it's not there. But you do have cup holders in the door. You have one right here and one right over here. This one here does have your capless fuel filler, which makes it easier to fill up at the gas station. The Honda HR-V on all trim levels have LED taillights standard, and they are clear taillights, which look very nice. You have your HR-V badge, sport badge, as well as your Honda logo. And of course, right here, it will tell you that you do have all-wheel drive, as you can see. Open up the cargo area, as you can see, you have plenty of room to work with, and overall it's quite spacious. Because this vehicle technically takes over for the Honda Fit as far as what's in the lineup right now, you're actually getting a good amount of cargo space. You're looking at around 24.5 cubic feet of space in this vehicle with the seats up the way that they are, which is very good, and overall you have a lot of room to work with. But if you want to expand on that, you just use these little tabs right here on this side as well as on that side and fold down the second row for a total of 55.2 cubic feet of space, which is on kind of the smaller side of things. You have to look at, you know, some other competitors which will actually offer you just slightly a little more in regards to cargo space, but overall I would say it's probably on average when it comes down to space. Now, when we lift up this portion underneath here, we do have a little bit more storage space, as you can see there. But while we're back here, we do have LED lighting right there, as well as right here, followed by a 180 watt outlet, as you can see. You do have piano black mirror covers with your LED turn signals on them. Under the hood of the Honda HR-V, we're taking a look at Honda's 2-liter inline 4-cylinder engine. It produces 158 horsepower and 138 pound-feet of torque. It's going to be mated to a CVT transmission, and this one is all-wheel drive. Fuel economy for this vehicle comes in at 25 city, 30 highway, and 27 combined on regular unleaded gasoline. Well, everyone, while the Honda HR-V is an impressive vehicle, let me just be the first to say that this is going to be the more affordable option when you take a look at the 4 different trim levels. If you want more features and more kind of creature comforts, you would have to upgrade to the EX and EXL. But if you're looking for something on the more affordable side that isn't too expensive, then you have the LX and you have the Sport trim levels to choose from. But with that being said, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this walk around and tour of the 2023 Honda HR-V Sport, finished off in platinum white pearl with the gray cloth interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.